Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Positive Talk with Kari. It's Wednesday. It is what a lot of people call hump day. So welcome and hope that your morning is going well and off to a really great start. Today we're going to talk about words, our energy, and how our words can affect others in our lives. And so we need to be mindful of that. But first, I wanted to start out with 3 things that I am thankful for. And please share with me, what is something that you're thankful for? You woke up this morning and thought of something positive and happy and brings joy to your life. So I always do 3. I just find that helps me to get into a happy place in my life for that day. So the first thing that I am thankful for is I'm thankful for the ocean. I absolutely feel so just energized when I'm by the ocean, and I miss it tremendously, but I know that I can go there again. So I miss the ocean, but I am so thankful for it. It helps me to relax, it helps to refresh me, it helps me to feel grounded and just great. Sticking your toes in the sand and feeling that cool water rush over, nothing like it, absolutely nothing like it. Second thing I'm thankful for are my dogs. On Facebook I posted a photo of my dog Abby. I have 2 Westie. They're West Highland Terriers, and she is just a bundle of joy and a bundle of energy. But this morning I had a Westie right here saying good morning, and it was just so cute. And she stayed there, and she was here, and then she rested like right here and was trying to get my attention. But I am so thankful for dogs. They are such a joy, and that unconditional love that you receive from a dog is amazing, absolutely amazing. I've had several dogs throughout my life, growing up as a kid and then also into my adult life, and I don't know what I would do without a dog. They're just amazing creatures. So dogs I'm very thankful for. Excuse me, I hit my throat. And then the third thing that I'm thankful for is I'm thankful for music. I am realizing how music has a very big part of my life. It affects my mood. It is something that I go to when I'm not feeling very well and I want to feel upbeat. It's also something that I go to if I want to just wind down and relax. I turn my music onto something that's a little bit more mellow. I also love the fact that musicians have such a great resource and outlet with their lyrics to be able to speak what is on their mind. And we have some of the most amazing songs through history that really tell the life of our earth and of our nation. And it is amazing to listen to that. I admire musicians greatly. I sang in school, and I do have that, but I don't say a talent, I guess. I haven't really tried it either for music, as far as like instruments. So I know my daughters and my husband have played guitar, and they are doing really well. They're very talented with that. I just have never tried it. But you know what? Maybe that's something I should try, is I should pick up an instrument and try that. My youngest daughter, Megan, her boyfriend, Luke, is very, very talented musically. He, I think he plays like 10 or 12 different instruments. It's incredible. And he has that like ear for music. It's amazing. So anyway, getting off on a tangent. But I am very thankful for music. Music is amazing. So share with me, what are you thankful for this morning? What is something that brings you joy or happiness. Um, Something very little, and it could be something very big. Who knows? Just, think of one thing. Start out with one thing and then start to build yourself up to maybe 3 to 5 things to help you. But um, really, the whole idea of thinking of something that you're thankful for or something that you're grateful for is to be able to help put us in that positive mindset, to help us to be able to, um, come down from that nasty, negative mood that we may be in, and help to realize that we do have some good things in our life. We do have some good things that are around us. Maybe it's a person in your life that you are thankful for. There's always something to be thankful for. So waking up every morning and thinking of at least one thing before you go to bed at night and go to sleep, think of one thing. It will give you really good dreams. It will help you to sleep through the night, and it'll give you a little bit of peace. So I encourage you all to do that. I think that it would be very helpful to everyone. So those are the 3 things I'm thankful for: the ocean, dogs, and music. I love it. So yesterday, I spoke about how not to take things personally. And I realized that after I did my video, for some reason, it didn't save on Facebook. It saved on Instagram. So those, I have my phone over here on Instagram. So those on Instagram, my video's on there. But it didn't save on Facebook. So I don't know what happened. But after I got off that video and I started thinking about what was the thing I was going to talk about today, the one thing that popped into my head was the message of words are energy. And it's so true. And it relates to how you cannot take, or how you can take things personally. And it kind of coincides, which is really interesting. So I wanted to go back real briefly and talk about don't take anything personally, just briefly, and then I'll slide into the words are energy, because I really love the message of the words are energy. So I'm reading this book that Lisa Baker gave to me, and I was very thankful. It's called The 4 Agreements. And the second agreement, he talks about taking things personally. And so I wanted to read to you something that is in the book that I found really hits home, and it's a really great statement. So whatever happens around you, don't take it personally. Nothing other people do is because of you. It is because of themselves. All people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one you live in. When we take something personally, we assume that they know what is in our world, and we try to impose our world on their world. As you make a habit of not taking anything personally, you will not need to place your trust in what others do or say. You will only need to trust yourself to make responsible choices. You are never responsible for the actions of others. You are only responsible for you. When you truly understand this and refuse to take things personally, you can hardly be hurt by the careless comments or actions of others. If you keep this agreement, you can travel around the world with your heart completely open, and no one can hurt you. You can say, I love you, without fear of being rejected, and you can ask for what you need without feeling strange. I love that. And I had to read that again because, there's a lot that's in this book that is, and I'm definitely going to be reading this book over and over again. It's a great, great book. But this leads into my message this morning of words are energy. So yes, we do not have control, or we are not in the world of others. Absolutely not. We are in our world, and we have control of our actions and how we react to things. So if we tell ourselves and commit to not taking things personal and realizing that it's not us, it is the person that is saying it. And it's a difficult thing to do, but over time you need to practice it. It'll start to become a little bit more familiar and a little bit easier. But words are energy. So I wanted to read this because when we have people that say things to us, that we tend to kind of lean on the, ooh, starting to take it personally side. We also need to realize that the way that we react, we need to be mindful of our words that we say to this person, okay? Because we don't want to get into a whole bitch fest with this person. If this person says something that, can be perceived as rude, can be viewed as insensitive, it's typically, like I said, something that's going on with that person. It's not you. But as a reaction, we can react aggressively. We can react offensively. We could react in an anger way, where then it just becomes a back and forth. And really, it's a waste of energy. It's a waste of energy to get into those back and forth battles. It really is something that we need to think about where we want to spend our energy. Do I want to spend our energy in this conversation or with this person? Or do we want to spend our energy doing something that's more positive, something that's more happy, that's helping you? So something to think about. But words are energy. I wanted to read this to you because I love this, and I think that it's very relevant to every day, especially what's going on right now in the climate of politics and the climate of this pandemic and social media. And then also it's in relation to taking things personally. So words are energy. Each word we speak has a life of its own, a vibration-like signature that creates waves into the world. When we speak or write, we use the vehicles of words to carry meaning, as well as energy from others to another person, or from ourselves to another person or group of people. We may be speaking to our baby. We may be speaking to our spouse, our boss, our coworker, or to an audience of 500. We may be writing a love letter or a work-related memo or an entry in our diary or journal. Whatever the case, each word we speak or write has a life of its own, a vibration signature that creates waves in the way that a note of music creates waves. And like a musical note, our words live in communities of other words and change in relation to the words that surround them. When we are conscious of our energy behind our words, we become capable of making beautiful music in the world. If we are unconscious of the power of words, we run the risk of creating a noisy disturbance. Some of us know this instinctively, while others come to this understanding slowly. Most of us, though, speak without thinking. That happens a lot, at least some of the time, blurting out our feelings and thoughts without much regard for the words we choose to express them. When we remind ourselves that our words have an impact on the world at the level of energy, we may find within ourselves the desire to be more aware of our use of language. A fun way to increase our sensitivity to the power of words is to simply make a list of our favorite words and notice the energy they contain. We can write them down and post them where we can see them, or we can speak them out loud, feeling them vibrating in our bodies and in the air around us. This is like learning to play an instrument that we have been playing unconsciously for most of our lives. And the effort I'm sorry, and the effect can be startling and delightful. As we grow more comfortable and confident playing the instrument of language, we will begin to compose beautiful messages, creating positive energy every time we write or speak. I love that. Absolutely love that. And it is so true because, like I said, we can get into these discussions where we are so eager to respond and so eager to defend, but we're not really thinking about the words that we're using to help convey our message. And that's when we get into trouble. And that's when we get into this whole back and forth conversation. And I don't even want to actually call it a conversation. It's a back and forth, just nonsense is what it is. And we see it all the time. We do. We see it in ourselves. We see it in others. We see it on social media. And it doesn't have to be things that you are saying. It could be things that you're writing. You know, one thing that is great about technology is that we can text message someone, get that information to them right away. We can email that person and make sure and, get it to them so that, as we're thinking about it, as a reminder, or we can be lengthy with our messages. But the one thing that is something that we need to be reminded of, once that message is out there, just like once you say something, it's out there. It's out there. And you can't take it back. You can't reel it back. And I've seen messages and emails where people have tried to retrieve the message. It doesn't always work. It doesn't. So we need to be really careful of the words that we use to express our thoughts, to express our emotions, to get our point across. And also, we need to be mindful of hurtful words that we are using in our vocabulary. It doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do that person any good. So let's try to think about some uplifting and positive things that we can convey to people, that we can send out there. Just think about this. And this goes back to one of the things that I was thankful for yesterday was acts of kindness. I love to hear about acts of kindness. I love to do acts of kindness. I find that it puts a smile on my face. It makes me feel happy, but it also puts a smile on that person's face and makes them feel happy. If we were able to, which, I mean, we are able to, but if we were to do one act of kindness a day, everybody, think about how amazing that would be. And then also, if we were able to do one thing to be like one word to be able to help motivate and lift somebody up, just imagine one word a day that would lift somebody up. I know when, so I work for ColorProof, as you guys all know, and we do team huddles, and we do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I absolutely love our team huddles. And we get into some lively conversations about things that we're going to do as a company and, things that we want to do, all that. We also talk about wins, things that are so exciting and happy. But what I love is that our National Sales Director, Lisa Baker, she incorporated one word a day. So think of one word that describes your day. Okay. And it's, things that are positive, things that are happy. And I love that because it really gets me thinking. And I put a lot of effort into that one word and think about, okay, what is the one thing? The great thing about it is that we do our meetings. Well, it's 11 o'clock my time, but it that one word is something that helps me throughout the day. It's amazing. Just like the three things that I'm thankful for, that helps me throughout the day. And I love that something that simple can have such a big impact, a positive impact on us. And it is so, as I said, so simple to do. So, this morning with words are energy, we need to really think about the words that we use, not only verbally to somebody, but when we're writing them an email or a text message, when we're writing a letter, which people still do, they write letters, or maybe it's a note, it's a nice little note, and you pick up a note card and for example, I've got note cards that I send out, and I have received note cards that have made my day and made me happy, and I've been so thankful for those. But the words that are in that note card are what make my day. That person put time and thought into what they were going to write, and it's a very positive note. So think about that the next time that you write an email or a text message, or the next time you talk to somebody and you're trying to express yourself, you're trying to get your point across, your view across, your belief across to somebody, and trying to help them understand where you're coming from. We can do that, absolutely. We can do that with positive, unhurtful words, because everybody has their own views, everybody has their own beliefs, everyone has their own thoughts, and we need to understand that just because their thoughts are not our thoughts doesn't necessarily make it wrong. They have their thoughts and their beliefs for a reason, just like you do. And so that leads back to my message yesterday of not taking things personally. And, that is very hard to do sometimes. But if we are mindful and understanding that that person's situation is totally different than yours, and a lot of what they're saying is probably something that's going on in their life. It has nothing to do with you, absolutely nothing to do with you. So if we practice that and being a listener to when people want to say things to us that we feel maybe hurtful, or maybe just hurtful to us, don't entertain the idea of getting into an argument. It's not going to be helpful. It's not good energy, and it's not a good use of your time. So I'm going to go back to this book, The Four Agreements. I'm telling you, this has been such an amazing book to read. And the second agreement in here is don't take things personally. And it sounds like, oh yeah, okay, don't take things personally. Sure. But I know when you are a sensitive person, you're an empathetic person, you are an emotional person, like me. This can be difficult sometimes. And I am not perfect. Not at all. And whoever's on here that knows me knows that. Nobody is perfect. But this is something that I am continually trying to work on, is to not take things personally. because, just like Don Miguel Ruiz said, is that nothing other people do is because of you. It is because of them. All people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one you live in. When we take something personally, we assume that they know what is our world, and we try to impose our world on their world. So yeah, we need to understand that when people are saying things to us that we could perceive and take personally, we need to realize, no, it's not about me. This is not about me. It's about you. And then also, words are energy. We need to really think about and be mindful of how we respond to them. It's so important to really put these two things together. And it's a work in progress, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a work in progress. I may be a sensitive person. I may be an emotional person sometimes. I may be empathetic. But I'm also a passionate person. And I do get heated sometimes as well, because I have such a passion for certain things. And I firmly believe in certain things. But I need to do something that my parents taught me a long time ago, and it keeps coming up in my head every time when I have conversations with people. Take a deep breath. Take a mental or physical step back and think about what you're going to say, and then respond. Because if you react too quickly, your words and the way that you phrase the words are more than likely not going to come out the way you want them to. So in order to be able to respond correctly, the way that you want to respond, also to respond with words that are really expressing your thoughts and your emotions at the time. You need to take that moment and think about what you're going to say. Because a lot of people don't. We are so, when someone's talking to us and they're going on and on and on, a lot of times we're not active listeners. We aren't actively listening to the person and what they're saying. We are so busy in our head trying to figure out, how am I going to respond? Where am I going to go with this? And that is why we have moments where interruption happens. So when people are talking, instead of letting them get through their entire thought or their entire message, we try to inject. Okay, and it's because we're thinking about, how am I going to respond? Where am I going to take this conversation? And I'll tell you, salespeople, we are bad at this. And it's something that realistically, this would help us in so many ways. If we stop thinking about, how am I going to react? Oh, I need to change and get the conversation this way. Get control of the conversation. If we just take that moment and really actively listen to what that person is saying, a lot of times what that person is saying, there's some hidden messages sometimes. So you really need to listen to what they're saying. So that hidden message is right there. But if we're so busy trying to figure out how to respond, we're not going to hear or recognize that hidden message. And our response could be something so wrong. And they're looking at us like, no. And you just lost that person's attention. So all of this is in relation to each other. It's amazing. So not taking things personally, the power and energy of your words and message, that being an active listener, all of that plays together. All of it does. So I hope that this was helpful and really kind of pointing out these things, making it in the forefront of your mind so that you can go out today and you can be positive in your words, positive in your messages. You could be an active listener to those that are around you that want to talk, and maybe they just need to vent, or they need just someone just to listen. And then also, go out today, and when you're having conversations, don't take things personally. The other thing that I keep thinking about when I hear don't take things personally is when we're actively in social media and we're looking at messages that people are posting on their Facebook or their Instagram, or there's videos of people talking. The political climate is just crazy because we have an election that's coming up in November. One of the things that we tend to do is when we're actively reading all this information or actively seeing someone talk, even though they're not talking to us, we tend to take it personally and we tend to get angry because of something that was said that hits a little chord, and we get angry. But have you ever thought about a lot of these messages have nothing to do with you? Nothing. So think about that. Next time you're sitting in front of your phone or your computer and you're scrolling through your Instagram or your Facebook or Twitter or whatever you have, and you're looking at these messages, read something, scroll by. If it's something where it's like, ooh, I don't agree with that, you know what? It's not always your place to respond. Just scroll on by. Don't take it personally. Don't try to change people's minds, thoughts, or views right away. Don't do that. It's very hard through social media. It's very impersonal. So that is my message for you guys today. And it's interesting, as I started going through all this, I was realizing how it's all connected. Don't take something personally, and the power and the energy of words and active listening. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is all coming together. And it's something that I need to work on a daily basis. You need to work on a daily basis to be able to work on these things, so that we can be better, positive people in life and make the world a better place. I mean, ultimately, that's the goal, right? To make things better, to make life happier, to make things more peaceful. I think it is. And I would love to have a more peaceful world. Absolutely. So again, that is my message today, and I hope that you really enjoyed my message. The purpose of my episodes is to come to you and bring to you some things to think about in life, but also to bring some positive things to your day. So again, I'm going to roll back. Think of one thing that you are thankful for. Take a moment and really think about it. Write it down if you have to. And let that one thing be your happiness and be your joy for the day. So one thing that you're thankful for. You'll be amazed at how it'll make you feel. Absolutely. So as I mentioned, I work for a company called ColorProof. We are a hair care and styling company, and we really pride ourselves in being 100% vegan, all natural and clean ingredients, good for you, good for the environment, good for our oceans. So one of the products that came out late last year that we were so excited about and still super excited about is our Super Share. So our Super Share, you get 100% of the performance without any of the fillers. Very important. This is a great, great product for those individuals who have allergies. So some people don't like fragrance in their products. Some people are allergic to fragrance in their products. This is a fragrant-free, silicone-free, and our bottles are 100% recycled plastic. Amazing. So we have a shampoo and conditioner in our Super Share, and on the back of it, it talks about what we are free of. And I know it's kind of hard to see on video or on the screen. And there's also a message from our founder and creator of ColorProof, Jim Markham. We have a shampoo and conditioner, very simple system. You'll get amazing results from this. The primary formula that we have in all of our ColorProof products is our Color Last system, and we have an amazing system that really helps to protect your hair color. It also helps to protect from heat, which is very important. So it's all done with natural, clean ingredients. How amazing is that? So with Super Sheer, like I mentioned on the back, I mean, it's got a long list of things it does not have in it. So there is there's a list in the beauty industry called the Dirty Dozen, and it is a list of products that are what we call not good, not clean, not natural, that are artificial, that are put into products. We make sure that we go beyond the Dirty Dozen. So especially with our Super Share, this is a product that we have really, really been able to formulate and perfect so that you get great performance without all of the bad. And like I mentioned, without all the fillers. So it has a blue locust flower, which I love. And this is a very sacred blossom in Africa and in Asia. And this blossom, this blue locust flower, helps with deep moisturizing and repairs. It also helps to detangle, which is great. Also in our products, we have a blend of 7 surfactants. So, roll back. We have a blend of 7 sulfates. It is surfactant free. So, I mean, there's so many things about Super Sheer that is amazing. It is super concentrated, which all of our shampoos are super concentrated. The great thing about that is that one bottle lasts you a long time. You can probably get 60, 70 washes out of one bottle. It's amazing. You only need to use a small amount. And when I mean small amount, the logo right here, the top portion of this logo, I would say a little less than that is what I use in my hair. And I have long hair. It goes down probably mid back. And my hair is thick as well. So just that much, I get my hair clean. It feels amazing afterwards. When you use the conditioner, it helps to also get the extra moisture in there. It helps with detangling, which I absolutely love. Having a lot of hair and having thick hair, when you get out of the shower, for many, many years, I didn't want to use a comb. I used to be one of those kids where my mother would brush my hair after a shower and I would cry. I would absolutely cry because I would get these little knots and I get these, tangles in my hair just from trying to towel dry my hair. And so we would use tons and tons of conditioner and all kinds of stuff to try to help out, detanglers. And this was back in the 80s. And so I was so happy when I got into the professional beauty industry and came across products like ColorProof, who this product has some natural ingredients in it that help to truly detangle my hair. So when I get out, I can take a comb and I can comb through my hair and I don't have tangles, I don't have knots, I don't have problems. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So ColorProof is the way to go for your color safe, heat protected, natural clean ingredients. So you can go to colorproof.com, get more information on ColorProof. You can also go to our website and we have lots of information for the salon owners and stylists in regards to all of our distributors across the North America continent. So we have a lot of distributors that can help you and help you with ways of promoting this product, talking about this product, and getting this product into your salon or into your e-commerce online store right away. And then for you consumers, we have a resource to be able to help you find a salon or stylist locally that can help you. You can also contact me. I'll be more than happy to get you in contact with someone locally that can help you to get you in touch and get some ColorProof in your hands. We have some phenomenal formulas. Super Sheer is just one of them within our portfolio of categories. So we have something for smooth, we have something for volume, for plumping and volume the hair. We also have products for curl to really define your curl patterns. And then we also have a really great product that I am in love with, which is Baobab. I feel that it has a lot of moisturizing properties, reparative properties, healing properties in it, which is great, especially if you color your hair and especially if you use heat tools in your hair. So blow dryers, flat irons, curling irons. It's amazing. And then we have our moisture shampoo and conditioner as well. We also have leave-in treatments, which are amazing. And I'll tell you that Super Sheer is fragrant free, but we do have natural scents in some of our products as well. So they come from natural scents of plants or flowers, that kind of a thing. So, but the scent is very pleasant. It's not overpowering, like it's not a perfume. It's very pleasant. And some of the scents, I mean, I will put it in my hair and I'll wash my hair, condition my hair, deep condition my hair, get out, use more products. And I will smell that during the process, but then afterwards I won't. I don't smell it as strong, which is great because it kind of, starts to subside. But the thing I love about it is that there's such pleasant scents. So that is also a very nice thing about ColorProof. So get your ColorProof today. Absolutely, it will change your life. And it was funny when I first started with ColorProof, because I've been with several different hair care and styling companies and color companies. And Jim Markham said to me, he's like, Kari, you need to try this. After one use, it will change your life. And I was like, okay, let's see. And he was not kidding. I used Super Rich for the first time, which was the moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. And it did. It was like, wow, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I encourage you, get your ColorProof today. It is definitely the hair care and styling brand of the future to be able to protect our environment and protect our oceans. This product, this brand is phenomenal. So get yours today. All right. So that is my little commercial on ColorProof. I love the brand. I love the people. I love the products. Um, it's an amazing company, and there's so much that ColorProof does to give back to the communities, to give back to um, our environment. There's just so much that the company does, and I admire that, and I love that about ColorProof. So if you have any more questions or need any more information, contact me. I'll be more than happy to get you in touch with product, with people, everything. I'll be glad to answer your questions for sure. Okay? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm about 45 minutes in, and I'm running out of time to be able to go through Kari's favorites, which I bring to you. ColorProof, absolutely, which is a favorite of mine, but I also like to reach out and bring other things to you. So real quickly, I'm going to go back to this, is I am really starting to get into books more and more. I have my books on audio that I listen to, and I also have my books that I read, physical hard copies and soft copy books. I really, really love this book. This is definitely in my top 10 as far as my favorites. It has been so enlightening. It has been so just great reminders of things. It's given me a new perspective on life and things that I do in life. So this book is written by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's called The Four Agreements, and he is an amazing, amazing person. He was a doctor and decided to get into more how do I describe it? More self-help type of things, and more things that are related to the earth. But this book is great. So the Four Agreements, it's based on the ancient, I'll probably not pronounce this correctly, Toltec wisdom, and it's a very, very powerful code of ethic, I would say, to be able to move forward in really changing your mindset on these four agreements. I know he has another book called The Fifth Agreement, which I've ordered, and I'm going to read it. So I'm on the fourth agreement right now. I'm slowly reading through this, but it's really, really powerful and amazing. So again, it's called Four Agreements. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz. And just to kind of read, the back of it about him, it says, in the Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz reveals the source of self-limiting beliefs that rob us of joy and create needless suffering. Based on ancient Toltec wisdom, the Four Agreements offer a powerful code of conduct that can rapidly transform our lives to a new experience of freedom, true happiness, and love. Yeah, it's just really good. I don't want to go into too much of it because I want you guys to read it. I really, really do. But great, great book. Personal guide to personal freedom. That's what it's about. So that's my favorite today. And I will definitely be sharing more of my favorites every episode and making sure that I go not only in the hair care industry and in the beauty industry, but also outside of the beauty industry and share other things that are in my life that I love. So I want to leave you now. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope that this was helpful and got you thinking about ways of really changing our minds, changing our words, to be more positive and to bring joy into our lives. Because that's what life's about. Happiness. So I leave you now. Stay safe, be kind, and love one another. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time to talk to you more about a different subject, which I'll be posting soon. Thank you so much for being part of Positive Talk with Kari. And I hope that these are very enlightening and helpful for you. So have a wonderful, wonderful day.